How to transfer planaria into Petri plates using a disposable syringe. When doing this experiment, make sure to wear gloves and goggles, and make sure to roll up your sleeves so you don't get them wet. Also, make sure to spray your lab area with ethanol as to not contaminate any of your planaria. You're obviously going to need Petri plates to store your planaria. You're also going to need disposable plastic syringes to transfer your planaria, a bottle of spring water which your planaria survive on, scissors to cut your disposable pipette tips, and finally a transfer container that contains planaria. Start off by cutting the disposable pipette tip to make it smaller. This will make it easier to transfer the planaria. Open up the lids of your planaria transfer container and also your Petri plate. Take your plastic disposable syringe and start taking the planaria from the transfer container all the way to the Petri plate. Make sure not to have too much of the water from the transfer container in your Petri plate. Next, fill up the Petri plate with spring water. Make sure the water level in the Petri plate is not too high. When you're done with all this, make sure to properly close the lids of both your planaria transfer container and also your Petri dish. And finally, the last step is just to properly dispose of your syringe, which all you could do is just throw it away in the garbage can. And with that, you successfully transferred your planaria. One common error is accidentally making your pipette tip too long or making the tip too sharp. Having a longer pipette tip makes it harder to actually get the planaria inside the pipette. Also, having a sharper pipette tip can accidentally cut the planaria, which you want to avoid when transferring them. You can easily fix this by cutting your pipette tip to a shorter length or cutting it again so it doesn't have a sharp tip anymore. Another common error is accidentally overfilling your Petri plate with spring water. This can be bad as planaria can spill from the Petri plate and get on your lab area, or it could also make it hard to transfer your Petri plates because water may spill from the Petri plates. To fix this, get an empty Petri plate and using a syringe, take the water from the overfilled Petri plate and transfer it to the empty Petri plate. You can stop doing this when your Petri plate has reached an adequate water level. Hope this helped.